Hey guys, welcome to Unacademy. This is my fourth video in our web development series, and in this video we are going to learn about HTML links and also about some CSS properties. Okay, my name is Ruchin Divedi. I'm a blogger, writer, developer. I'm currently pursuing my BTech in computer science. I was also a co-founder and developer at Afterlife, which was an organ donation campaign. Okay, so let us understand what are HTML link tag. Well, if we want to give a link in our HTML, we can use a tag, okay, to simply give the link to that particular element. Now here you can see the syntax I have written here. I have used the a tag, okay. Here you can see I have started the opening a tag here, and after that I used an attribute. The attribute is href attribute, okay. So that attribute is basically used to give the URL of the website, okay. So whenever I click Unacademy here, the Unacademy's official site must be, okay, navigated, okay. So here you can see that I have used the URL of the unacademy.com, or even unacademy.com, okay. So in this way, whenever we click here, the Unacademy, we should be redirected to www.unacademy.com. So okay, so this is the syntax. We can use the a tag, right? After the opening tag, I've used Unacademy, okay. So these are text. So whatever you write here, this will be available in our web page. So whenever the user click here, this must be redirected to the official site of Unacademy, okay. So in this way we use the href and link a tag, okay. So now before going to CSS properties, let me tell you that there are hundreds and thousands of CSS properties and they are having different values, okay. So we simply cannot we cannot learn all of them in our presentation, but you just have to go to Google, search for them. It's all dependent on your creative mind. Whatever you think, whatever you want, you can simply search for that particular property and you can practice a lot, and in this way you can learn the CSS properties, okay. We cannot simply learn them one by one, okay. So it's all upon your practice, okay. So there I'm just going to give a simple overview that how CSS properties are applied to a HTML document. So here you can see that first of all we are seeing CSS colors. Now CSS colors can be used in our CSS in three ways. The first of all, we can simply use the name of the color. So that first we'll write color, that is the property. After that we use the colon, okay. After that we will write the name of the color, as here I have written the blue. You can write any color, and after the semicolon, okay. So this is the way we can do that, but the problem is they are very less. There will be very low area that in which we can work on, okay. That means we just know red, blue, yellow, okay. So there will be very specified colors, but after that we cannot use our own colors, okay. So for that there are way available, that is the hexadecimal value. Hexadecimal value is from 0 to 9, and after that, well, it's basically from 0 to 16, okay. So it's 0 to 9, and after that it's 10, it's A, B, C, D, E, F, okay. So it's from 0 to 9, and from that it's A, B, C, D, E, F, right. So this is the hexadecimal values. So, and another way is the RGB color. So we simply RGB index. So we simply mix the RGB values, RGB, that is the red, green, blue color, and mix our different colors, okay. So in these three ways we can simply define the colors in our HTML, okay. So we cannot learn hexadecimal values and RGB values, okay. You have to go to Google. There are different color makers for hexadecimal as well as the RGB. You can simply go to Google and search for it. You can simply make your own color and apply to your CSS file, okay. So this is a very simple thing, and you can simply go and Google it, right. Now let us see an example for what we have learned. As you can see here, this is a basic declaration for our HTML. We have used the HTML head tag. I defined the style in my head tag, which is an internal way for defining it, okay. You can also see here this is our body tag, right. In our body tag we have written a heading and a paragraph, okay. Now I just wanted that the heading and my paragraph must be written in white. Basically it returns in black. So what can I do here? as you know that the body is whatever we see in our HTML document. So all of the page is the body of our document. So this is the complete body. Okay, so this is simply the complete body of our web page. So as I just have two, okay, I just have two elements here, so I can simply apply the change in the whole body portion. So I have selected the body here, right? You can see here. Now I want the color of my paragraph and my heading to be white. Okay, it's very simple. I just want their color to be white. Now here, for that, the properties color. For changing the color of font, you will use color, and after that you will use the name of the color, that is I wanted white here. So okay, so after that, so I will use white and then color. After that, the color of the page will be changed, right? Now secondly, I wanted that the background color must be changed to something else. Now here, for changing the background color, I'll use the property background color. Okay, so in this way it is written. This is the property to change the background color. Okay, you can also give the link to a background using a URL. Okay, so this is also available. Background image, this is the property. Okay, you can Google it. So in this way we can simply give the link to our, we can simply provide a color to color in our background. Okay, so this is the property which is background color. So in this way we apply CSS to our HTML document. Okay, so you can see that our simple web page is significantly changed, right? Now the second that we can see here is CSS background, right? So here are the CSS background properties. The first is the background color, for changing the background color. The background image, for inserting image in our background. The third is the background repeat, if we don't want that, or if we want that image to be repeated again and again, for attaching something, and for the position of different things. Now as we cannot discuss all of them because there are so many properties for background itself. Okay, so you can simply go and Google different properties according to your like and according to the structure and use of your website, and after some time we will be learning so many properties that you won't know. Okay, so it automatically comes to your minds. Okay, so you just have to practice a lot and go and Google and different types of properties, and just go to websites, check out Google's developer mode to check the website and see how the properties are being used. Okay, so in this way you can learn the CSS properties. Okay, I have used a complete example for a navigation bar, that how a navigation bar can be made using CSS. Okay, here you can see this is the navigation bar, and you can see it is used in each and every website nowadays. Okay, so we can simply make a navigation bar, and whenever you put your cursor here on any of the written text, the news, contact, about, home, it must hover. Okay, so in this way you can see here that it's hovering. After putting my cursor here, you can see the color is changed, and after that, whenever I take my cursor away from it, the color will be black again. Okay, so how to make this type of things, this type of navigation bar, how to navigate through a navigation bar using CSS and HTML. Well, a navigation bar is what? It simply is made of the list. Okay, this is simply made of the unordered list. So here, first of all, whatever we see here is whatever we see in our HTML document, all of that is contained in our body text. So here you can see this is the only simple code. I've used the unordered list tag. Okay, an unordered, but as we know that using an unordered list tag, there must be some bullet points in front of our list items. Now how to handle them, we will see that, but first of all let me tell you that these are unordered list opening tag, this is my unordered list closing tag, right? And in between that I have defined the list for them. Now here you can see in my navigation bar that whenever I click home, it must navigate to home. After that, whenever I click news, it must navigate to news. Okay, so in this way it must navigate. Okay, that means I also have to provide the link to it. Okay, so here you can see that I have used the link text too. Here first of all you can integrate the text in this way. First of all we have used the list tag, that is the list item tag, and the list item closing tag. Now I want that whenever I click it, it must go to that particular URL. So here I have given the link, that is the a tags. Okay, so you can simply use the a tag with the link tag with the list tag like this. So whatever URL you will write here, it will go to that URL, right? And you can see in your URL bar in your browser, right? So this is the way. Now in the same way I have written the URL for all of them, right? So you can simply understand I have made a simple list. Now as it being a unordered list, there must be bullet points in front of it. So for that, here I have selected the UL, right? Now if after selecting UL, all of the unordered list is selected, the tag is selected, right? And after I have written the list style type, which is used to remove all type of bullet points, the square points and all of them from any list. Okay, so if you want to remove the bullet points and something like that symbols, okay, you will use the list style type tag, list style type property of CSS. Okay, so that's why I've used list style type equals none. Okay, so in this way we will see a simple and without bullet points proof your list. Now after that you can see the margin and padding. Well, I do not wanted any margin, any padding or any gap, okay, in between my list items. Okay, so that's why I've used the margin and padding. Okay, now here the most important thing, this is the background for basic, that is 333 hexadecimal. That means I have used the black color. Okay, so this is a basic structure for my UL. Okay, the basic structure for my CSS, for my unordered list tag. Now after that, your after applying this, your list will look something like this or something like that. Okay, this one, right? Now after that I wanted them to be horizontal. First of all, they will be aligned like this. Now I want them to align like this one. Okay, here you can see that if you do not use list style type, then there will be some small bullet points here, you can see here. Okay, so if you do not use list style type, there will be small bullet points available in your navigation bar. So you have to use list style type. Now as we know that they will look like this. Now if I want them to be like that, right, I want them to be horizontal, not vertical, so I'll use float left. Okay, so all of them will be floated left. This is the float left property. After that, all of them will be assigned like this. First of all, they are assigned like this. After using that float left, they will assign like this. Okay, so this is a property. Now here you can see the most important thing. Here list item and a, that means whenever we use the link, it must display a block, that is, you can see here it is displaying a block. Okay, whenever I click on it, that's why display a block, the color must be white. That means the font color must be white, right? The font color is white. Text align center. If you will not use the text will be here in the corner, but now it is written in the center. So text align, simply give them in, put them in center. The padding, the above padding and the bottom padding, and here your text is written. Okay, so here you can see that there is some gap, and in between that the code is written, the text is written, sorry. Okay, so this is used for giving the gap. Okay, and this is a text decoration, that means none. That means there not be any decoration for the bullet points and something like that, there must be nothing. Okay, so this is used for text decoration. Now whenever I put my mic on it, that is I hover on it, okay, so the color must be changed to anything else that I want. Here I have used this color. Okay, so for that you will use a class that we are going to cover in our upcoming lectures. I'll tell you specifically what this class do. There are different classes, there are active class and her class. Okay, so here you can see for the list, and whenever a link her, whenever we put our mic on it, or sorry, our cursor on it, okay, so you have to learn it. Okay, so whenever you put your cursor on it, the color must be changed to this one. Okay, so this is a simple class and I'll explain all of them to you in our lecture. Okay, so in this way we can make a navigation bar like this. Okay, so you can simply try to make your own navigation bar. Please try to make it, practice more and more on CSS. Go to Google and search for it. I hope you all like this video. Please comment on it, please like it, and please let us know if you have any opinion, and you can help us with it. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.